Hello, you're very welcome to this episode of My Generation Gap podcast, where you have me, Stuart Vincent Moore, a 50-year-old member of Generation X, talking art, culture, media, and nonsense with my niece, Harriet Pilkington, who is a certified member of Generation Z.
Gen Z.
Gen Z, yeah. IRH, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm tired today. I didn't get much sleep. My boyfriend convinced me to buy a 13 tog duvet, and it's the worst decision I ever made. I couldn't sleep. So,
13, Tog, why?
because apparently I get cold, but yeah, 13 tog's too much. Not for me.
Oh, do you know what? There's a stand-up comedian. I won't say his real name, but his character name is Ian Crawford, cutlery safety
Right.
manager, and he's obsessed with safety around the home, and he does some very funny lines around duvet togs
Well, it's
and
just like
misreading them.
it's like being under one massive cushion. It doesn't move. It's solid. I can't cope with it.
Yeah, and
So
this is Ian
yeah.
Crawford. I urge anybody if they see that Ian Crawford is doing a gig near them, go and see him. He's very funny.
Yeah.
And he tells a story about how somebody bought the wrong type tog, and instead of buying a 13.5, they got crushed under the weight of a 53.1 because they misread the label. So his thing is, don't make a blunder before you go under. Read the label, wise the label.
I like that. I really like that when I tell Ali that.
So
But
Ian
literally,
Crawford, that's, do you know what? Some of the
yeah.
stuff he comes out with is absolutely brilliant,
Ian
and
Crawford.
I absolutely love it. And I
Is he
managed to
currently
share
touring anywhere?
he's just doing gigs all over the place. He was in Edinburgh. I did a gig with him in Birmingham at the late night sweet shop.
Yeah.
Was it last year? I think. And when I saw I was on the bill with him, I got there. I thought, oh, I'm on with Ian Crawford. I was like, oh my! When I saw it, the first time I saw him, I was like, huh? And it
Yeah.
just blew me away. And ever since then, I try and get to see him. And yeah, since then I've been lucky enough to do some workshops with well, not Ian Crawford because that's his character name, but the the man
The
behind
act.
the character,
The
who
man behind.
is super nice and super great and super generous, and
Oh.
yeah, such a nice man. So yeah, Ian Crawford, cutlery safety manager,
Cutlery
and
safety knowledge.
yeah, he
I
just
do like that.
embodies that character of people that are doing health and
Yeah.
safety and things like speed awareness courses. If you've ever had to do
Yeah.
one of those, he just embodies that
Or like
brilliantly.
HR or
Yeah,
health and
really,
safety. Yeah. Well,
really
I
great.
mean, Harley had the best night's sleep ever. He slept through his alarm and everything. Like he was late to work because of the new duvet. But I didn't read the label, and I was gonna try and rhyme it with Ian Crawford's, but it didn't work.
No,
But anyway, no, I'm not as genius in the comedy factor. But yeah, don't get 13 tog duvet yet, guys. It's too warm.
too warm for 13 dog duvet.
What about your
Well,
week?
I'll tell you about my week H because what we're here to talk about is the Thursday Murder Club, isn't it?
Yes, and
And
on a Thursday.
and on a Thursday we're recording this, and I think what I want to do is I want to delay that as much as possible. So
What, talking about the Thursday Murder Club? I'd
yeah,
absolutely agree with you. What else should we talk about?
well we only muck about for 5 or 10 minutes, don't we?
We
But
do. We're not
actually
talking about the Matrix again. We're leaving that
no,
behind
no, we're
forever.
leaving that behind forever because I'll get myself in a right kerfuffle.
About postmodernism.
Oh, about postmodernism.
Do you know, I did a counter. I just did a new My Generation Gap TikTok post, by the way. Check out our TikTok.
Oh yeah.
And I did a postmodernism counter.
Oh
So at the
really? How
side
many
of the
times?
screen, 9
Is
in
that,
two sentences.
I was going to say, is that it feels like I said it more than that.
No, it was 9. And 3 by me, but in total 9, yeah.
But it's become the thing that it tried to be.
Don't.
All right, okay. But we met we met up, Earl.
We did. We met up Earl,
Yeah,
or IRL, as my generation calls it.
yeah.
Yeah, we
At,
did. We went to a party.
yeah, well, yeah, which I don't get invited to many parties, so it was nice. But this was a party of agony auntie Wendy, who is neither
It
a real
was.
auntie or a real agony aunt,
Yep.
and I mean, it was a good party, wasn't it? And actually, I stayed out till past midnight,
Well, if I tell
so
you
that's how wild it was.
a little secret about that party
Oh yeah.
is that Harley was really drunk,
Oh
but I
dear.
didn't want to say it whilst he was drunk. It's a thing now that everybody knows. But I didn't want to say whilst he was drunk to people, he's drunk, don't listen to him. But he was really drunk, and by the time we pulled up at home, because I drove us out home, he was hunched over the back seat, just like dead weight in the back
Oh
seat,
really?
like hunched over his seatbelt. So I was so mad. I pulled up and I was like, because he fell asleep on me on New Year's Eve as well. So he's only ever done it twice. I was like, are you going to sleep in the car then? And he was like, oh! I shouted at him. I said, everybody, you can get out now. And then we pulled up on the driveway, are you going to sleep in the car then? Oh, no. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had 3 or 4 pints of lager beer.
Yeah, and what about your disaster on your way home?
I had a disaster on the way home because I was staying in a
Yeah.
hotel, and there was a really good buffet there, and I had some party cake cut
Yeah.
for me, didn't I, in a little
did.
box, and I was looking
Yeah.
forward to getting back to my hotel room late
Yeah,
night.
you were
having
walking back to your hotel, weren't you? Yeah.
yeah, and having a cup of
I
tea
did offer you
with
a
a bit of
lift
cake.
back, but you were like, no, I'll walk. And what did that walk result in?
Yeah, I dropped my cake on the floor, H.
I still don't understand how you did it. So I received a photo of just cake on the floor, but how did you manage to drop the cake and not the box? I'm not understanding how the cake made contact with the floor. That's the image I received.
Can't see it, it's too bright. Well, because H, it was in like a plastic box, like you'd get.
That's just an image of a small piece of cake.
Yeah,
And I received that at about 1 o'clock in the morning.
yeah. I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
Because it was like a plastic. You know, when you go to like Morrison's or Superstar and you buy like
Yeah.
like a cream horn or something, and it's in like a plastic case. That was the
Yeah.
party. That was the thing. The cake was in those, wasn't it? And I just squeezed it a bit too much, and it came open. So I was left with holding a plastic box in my hand and cake on the floor.
I'm still not quite getting the logistics
And
of it.
and I
That
think
had
if
some talent.
because it's been like dry and it hadn't rained or anything for ages. I think if it's in the daylight, I would have just picked it up, 3-second rule, picked it up and eaten it. But
Picked it up and eaten it.
but it
I
was
don't know if 3-second rule counts on concrete outdoors.
yeah, but that was the thing. So I didn't know if it because it was too dark. I didn't know if it was falling in fox poo or oat. So I thought, well, I
Yeah.
can't even eat that. So I had to leave it, and then
Did you at least have biscuits in your hotel?
no, because it was like the scummiest hotel.
Devastating.
It was 50 quid a night hotel. It wasn't good. No, it wasn't. It wasn't the greatest of hotels.
It's Stu's hotel review.
Oh yeah, well,
Hotel Stu's hotel review.
right.
Oh,
So-
I learnt a fact today.
Oh
So
yeah.
we can put off the Thursday Murder Club even more.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, we don't want to put it off for too long, but go on then.
But did you know that acorns scare off spiders? Well, get rid of spiders. No, not acorns. Not acorns. What are the ones that fall off this time of year? Conkers. Conkers.
Why? What they're scared of? Are they just really bad at playing conkers?
Yeah.
And they're ashamed, so they have to run away.
Yeah, they have to run away at the sight of them because they're all ashamed.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, apparently it's something to do with the... I don't know. I feel like maybe this isn't true.
Yeah. And
I feel like maybe this isn't true upon saying it. But apparently they give off... No, because you're going to laugh at me.
go on then.
Conker
Conker
gas.
fumes.
Like,
Conker
yeah,
gas.
conker fumes. Yeah, like a type of, like, I don't know, conquer natural chemical that deters spiders.
Well, that's nonsense, isn't it? That's like me believing for years that when dogs had a poo, they have to line themselves up in a north-south orientation. That's why they spin around.
And that's,
They either have
that's
to point,
brilliant. I've never heard of that.
yeah, they have to go north-south, either facing north or facing south, but they have to do it in that
And now,
north-south.
did Grandma tell you that?
I don't know who told
I
me that.
feel
I don't
like
know.
that was definitely Grandma. The fact that you don't remember makes me feel like Grandma subliminally made you think that was true.
Quite probably. Well, not
Yeah.
subliminally. She probably did it blatantly.
Yeah.
She's got a lot to answer for, my mum. Dear listener,
Yep.
if you haven't heard this before, Harriet's grandma is my mum and Harriet is my niece. Harriet's mum is my sister.
Yeah.
That sounded
Well,
really complicated then, didn't it?
yeah, basically, Stuart's my uncle.
Yeah. Oh, and do you know what? I'll tell you this. Something about your grandma and my mum.
Yeah.
Because we're coming into Halloween season, aren't we? We're picking a
We are.
film, some media to do for Halloween.
Yeah.
And I keep on, and I haven't really seen it since I was a child, talking about the film The Exorcist,
Yes.
because it's developed this mythology in our family that
Yeah.
it is the most terrifying film in
Yeah.
the world ever made, and it's quite a terrifying
It is a
film. But
very
that's only
scary
because
film.
me and my sister, your mum,
Yeah.
were both scarred by that film because
Scarred?
when we were children.
Yeah.
In the 1980s, The Exorcist was one of the films that was being considered for when home videos began to be a thing. And
Yeah.
you had a VHS player in it, and you went to the video library to get a video to watch a film.
Yeah.
Then my mum said, "Hey, kids, you should watch The Exorcist before it gets banned because you might not have the opportunity to see it again." So she
See it
made,
again.
yeah, so she made
love
me and my
that.
sister watch it. And
Yep.
I was about, I looked it up to see when it got banned, and it was in like 1985 or 86. And I thought, well,
So
I
it
must
must
have
have
been 10.
before then.
Yeah, so I'll have been 10,
Like
and your
11
mum will
and
have been 8.
9.
Yeah,
Yeah, 11 and 9.
or 11 and 9 or something. And, you
Yeah.
know, I mean, The Exorcist is a great film, but not if you're 9 years old and 11 years old, it ain't. It's not. So it has developed this mythology. So I do think we should
Yes.
watch it.
No. Hard pass. Yeah, Grandma convinced me that in life it goes like this, right?
Oh, well, stages
Baby.
of well, this is the stages of human development,
Yeah, the
because you
stages of
said you
human
didn't
development.
remember a stage of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't remember a stage of human development. She says, well, it goes baby, dog, child, and everybody. It's now a joke in our family that if I'm gullible or believe something, they go baby, dog,
Yeah.
because
Baby.
apparently I believed that I was a dog for a while.
For 2 years, your baby, toddler, dog, child,
Yeah.
adolescent. Yeah. And you didn't
Baby
remember being a dog.
No, I don't remember being a dog.
Yeah, grandma could be a crow.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, on that on that bombshell, let's do this.
Chatter with the gappers. Chatter with the gappers. Chatter with the gappers. Chatter with the gappers.
Because we've had a comment on Spotify
We have.
from Dylan. Now, I remember Dylan from when I worked in a pub in Cambridge. And
Yeah.
Dylan worked over the road in Staples. And he worked in the office furniture bit. And he was like limited to staying on the carpet where all the furniture was. We'd go in to the thing and see when he was on the carpet. It was like his boundary. He wasn't allowed to leave the carpet where all the chairs were. And
Have you seen Dylan today? Well, he's got to be on the carpet. So.
yes. But Dylan is, was and is the kindest, gentlest man that you'd ever wish to meet. He was super gentle. But what he did say was he's been very complimentary about the pod, and he said
Yeah.
he's loving the pods, great pods. But he was going back to the Star Wars episode, you know, that we did with Chris Richmond,
Yes. Yeah.
because Dylan said that he always registered himself as Jedi.
Yes, on the.
In the sense, as since the early 2000s, he's always
Yeah.
put himself down as a Jedi in there.
Yeah.
Because it feels like it's a bit like Buddhism, but kinda,
Yes.
which absolutely fits in with his personality as the kindest man on earth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was really nice. So, and actually, when he did that, there was quite a boost in our visibility on Spotify. So, if anybody is listening now, I want you to do us a massive favour and either leave us a review or a comment on whatever platform you're listening to. It'll take you 2 minutes. Just get your phone out, leave us something on iTunes.
I think probably the easiest thing to do would just be to drop a comment on this episode. If you click on the episode, there'll be an option somewhere on your screen to comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because actually, it makes quite a big difference. I hadn't realised how much it did. Yeah. So that's good, isn't it?
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. So unfortunately, H, we are going to have to talk about what we're here to talk about, which is the Thursday Murder Club.
Yeah.
Now, we're not going to talk about the book, The Thursday Murder Club.
Book.
Yeah.
Right,
Well,
okay.
Richard Osman read the book. He didn't read it. He wrote it. I read it.
Wrote it?
But he
You
wrote
read
it.
it?
I have read it, yeah. I read it. And it's one of those books that you read out of spite, I think. Because you start reading it, you think...
I've never read a book out of spite, never mind completed a book anyway.
Well, do you know what? I don't know if spite's the right word. But you read the spite, it's like a war of attrition. You think, this book isn't going to beat me. I am going to finish it because it was absolutely shocking.
Yeah. I will finish it and I will not enjoy it.
Yeah, I won't enjoy it and I will hate it and I will finish it. That'll learn you.
That'll learn you.
Yeah, nobody else loses apart from me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did read the book, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the film.
Yeah.
Because the film has just been released on Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix.
It was actually in some cinemas.
Cinemas.
Yeah, it was on a Flix for a bit.
Yeah.
And it is, I'll summarise it, it's a film that follows the Thursday Murder Club, who are a group of retirees. We have Elizabeth, Ibrahim, Ron and Joyce, who are in the Thursday Murder Club because every Thursday in their retirement home they get together and they solve unsolved cold cases of murder, but then actually they get involved in a proper real life case of murder, don't they?
Right, can I just say now, ask me any question about the plot you wanna, any question about the film, ask me their names, I will not know.
Oh, well, that's going to be a good test then, isn't it, H?
I know, for some reason their names have not gone in, so I'd like to just say now that
Well, I've just
I
said
have
them.
watched the film, I know, and I didn't, I feel like Joyce is maybe meant to be the main character.
Well, Joyce is the
nurse.
most recent. She's the nurse,
Yeah.
and she's the most recent addition. So the film starts.
And I'm
with,
sorry, but the film starts with Joyce as the main character, in a way. She's the
Yes.
new addition.
That's right. She's
And
the
then
new
she's
addition.
like not that important and like not that involved. Like by the end of the movie, you don't even know where she is.
No, so I think the main character is police officer Donna DeFreitas
Yeah.
and Elizabeth, played by Helen Mirren, who is kind of the. It comes to light that she was ex MI5, wasn't she? And so
Let me just say, the police officer, Donna De Freitas, the actress who plays the police officer, she plays a psychopath in another series I've watched. So the whole time I was expecting some sort of twist that she was doing it, purely because she played the role in the other thing so well. In the end, we watched it at the end of the effing world. It's the seasons after that she's in.
Oh, okay.
And she's like tries to kill him, and so I was convinced the whole time that she was behind it, which obviously she was not.
Yeah. So, yeah, it opens up, doesn't it, with Joyce visiting Cooper's Chase, which is the name of this retirement home,
Yes.
with her daughter, being shown, and like the first 5-10 minutes is just pure exposition. It's just people telling you things about them. Just
Yeah, I
absolutely,
really like the bit, and I mean, I love David Tennant, but
yeah.
the acting behind the guy on the phone, but she's divorcing you and taking you for everything you've got, David. You've just told it. I can't explain it, but it was just the way it was just like they might as well said, she's divorcing you, which is what's happening to your character because you're acting right now, and
Well, do you know what I've written down in my notes? I've written in really big capitals. I put this film was written by children,
written by. It does give the vibes that I
directed
think.
and edited by children. Yeah, it was, yeah, the only good thing is, well, do you know what? There isn't.
No, I think the only audience it would appeal to is maybe a
Children.
child. Yeah, a child of between 9 and 13.
Which ties in with the director actually, which we'll get into that in a minute. But let's go through the story because there's some ludicrous things
Very ludicrous
in the
things.
story, and I get it. It's supposed to be a comedy, in it, and I think they've tried to echo like Knives Out, and
I
Glass
would
Onion.
agree. I was going
And
to mention
they've tried to
Glass Onions.
they've tried to make this like a comedy, but it's not
But it's not funny.
funny, and there's no characterization. None of the
No.
characters are likable.
No, there's not even any
They're
like
not.
character development. And you have time in the length of movie that was it 2 hours to have a little bit of character development or expansion but it was you like you said you couldn't get involved in the characters. I mean, by the end of the film there's kind of a bit of a I suppose what's meant to be a plot twist, but you're not involved at all,
bothered.
so you don't care. Yeah.
You don't care.
You just don't care. Yeah.
And
I had
and,
that
and
same
that would be
feeling.
all right if it was just a ridiculous comedy film, but it doesn't even do
But
that
it takes
well.
itself too seriously to be a comedy film.
Well, I don't think it is taking itself serious, but it's not doing anything well.
I
Doesn't
think
do-
it is. I think
think
it's
it is?
it's too serious to be a comedy. Like it's too. Yeah, it's not.
I don't know. It's like it has no redeeming features. Anyway, so it starts off with Joyce visiting Cooper's
Yeah.
Chase with her mum, and these OAPs, they're out doing like fencing and archery. And
Yeah.
it was like Centre Parks for,
Yeah.
for like a mixture between Centre Parks and Cocoon, which actually you won't. That's a
I don't know what that is.
that was a film from the 80s. So yeah, but it's Centre Parks for the boomer generation. Because, and I'll tell you for why it's like Centre Parks, because it's like an ordinary retirement home, but they definitely don't want to be hanging around with any working class or poor people. Because it's
Yeah, I mean the way it is, it's screaming like
just wealth. Everybody
Yeah.
oozes money all the way
who's
through this.
middle to upper class.
Oh, yeah. And then I've just written here, and then the next scene, you meet the rest of the Thursday Murder Club because
Yep.
they go into the. I mean, how many rooms does a building have for them to have a? She says, "Oh, come in here, daughter, and
Yeah.
I want to show you the jigsaw room."
The jigsaw room.
And it was fucking massive. Excuse
was,
my
wasn't it?
language. Yeah, the jigsaw room was like a ballroom.
I suppose, to be fair, the jigsaw room might have to be the biggest room because how big are jigsaws, and you can only have them horizontally.
Yeah, but still, yeah, but there was
Unless you made,
nobody
like,
on it.
magnetized ones. TM.
Yeah, having a room just for a jigsaw room. OMG. And then so they're doing that. But and then when she shows her, she goes into a flat that's in this stately home almost, and the flat inside the house is bigger than my house.
Not only that, but like all this thing about like knocking this building down and building whatever it is flats. That's a listed building if I've ever seen one. There's no way you're making that into flats.
Well, no, well, what he wanted to do. So then it turns out, doesn't it, that Invent Them, who is one of the guys that owns Cooper's Chase, along with Tony Curran, who's a bit of an East
I
End
forgot
gangster.
about all these names. I mean, I
Yeah.
watched this film about 5 nights ago and it's that forgettable.
Yeah,
I forgot
so
about the main criminals.
those two people own it. So David Tennant plays the Inventham, and
Yeah.
he wants to sell it, doesn't he? He wants to raise some capital.
He does.
He needs some money, and he wants to sell the place. Tony Curran is saying, no, actually, I tell a lie, he doesn't want to sell the place. What he wants to do is he wants to flatten the graveyard and a
Yes,
church
yeah.
next door, build luxury flats there, and then turn Cooper's Chase, the retirement home, into an event space.
That was it, yeah.
Now, what do you think will make more money? A building that is an event space, or hundreds of super wealthy upper middle class pensioners who must be paying a fortune to
I
stay?
thought the money they'd be paying, like how
Yeah.
much bloody care homes cost,
yeah.
and for bloody fencing and archery classes and jigsaw rooms.
Yeah, life
There's no
drawing,
way that
jigsaw room.
weddings or anything like that would even bring as much money as that. You
No.
are right.
And it's all regular, but every week they'll be getting rent
Yeah.
from people, or every month.
Yeah.
And so everybody's up in arms because Ian Bentham wants to sell, wants to throw out all the old age pensioners, and all the old age pensioners keep on saying, "Oh, what are we going to do? Go on the streets?" I thought, one place you ain't going to be, mate, is on the streets.
It's on the streets.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be living in a 5-bedroom millionaire's mansion in
Yeah.
Surrey.
Oh, what are we going to do? Live in a massive bungalow? Oh. Yeah, like, get a grip.
Yeah. So
Not
they.
only that, but there's no way that not one person in that really wealthy care home hasn't upset a few people, just like whatever Rentham's doing. Do you know what I mean? There's no way that there's not one person in that whole care home that hasn't flattened a graveyard, if you get what I mean.
What do you mean by flattened a graveyard? Because that's a rude thing, isn't it?
No, I meant like because he was going to flatten the graveyard.
Right. Okay.
Unless it's a euphemism.
I think that's a euphemism, isn't it? Flattening a grave.
I don't know.
I think it might be.
I don't know, but I don't think I want to know.
Right, we're going to cut that bit out. Anyway, so it turns out then that Ian Bentham, or the David Tennant character, after this argument,
Yeah.
that I have that argument, then Tony Curran, his business partner,
Dies.
dies as he's murdered.
Yeah.
And then after
And at this point, bear in mind, there's too many characters that you don't even know who's dead. Like, in my head, I was like, oh, if they killed and what? Like, you're not invested at all.
And then there's a big kerfuffle, and then David Tennant gets murdered, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah. And then there's the whole thing where PC Donna De Freitas, the Thursday Murder Club, managed to get hurt because she's quite she's a police officer that's bored with her job, as talked about, home safety to old age pensioners, and they get her on the murder squad, don't they, to CID. But all the characters are just two-dimensional.
Not only that, as well, a bit of the plot twist was meant to be the fact that she was, I've forgotten her name, old woman, was a secret agent. Of course she was a secret agent. How would they have access, A, to the files, B, to the information, C, how would she have all that knowledge? Of course she was a detective. Are you joking me? What did you think she did, like dentistry?
Yeah. There was one little joke in there, which I did quite like, which was when Helen Mirren was getting ready to get the bus into town, and she gets dressed, and she's dressed in like this country gear. She puts like a headscarf on.
Headscarf, yeah.
And Jonathan Pryce, who plays her husband in this film, who actually Jonathan Pryce is probably head and shoulders above all the rest of them in terms of depth of character and acting.
Yeah.
He's the only decent thing in this film. And
I
he
would
turns
agree,
around and
but
he said,
I feel like they could have done so much more with him.
yeah. And he turns around and he says, oh, what are you dressed like? You look like the Queen. Because, of course, Helen Mirren played the Queen in the film, The Queen. And that's the outfit that she wore. So that was a little nod to that.
But anybody else watching that who hasn't watched that like me did not get that joke.
No. bro. And there weren't really any jokes in it. Were there? It was quite patronising towards old people. It was just,
Yeah.
and then even there's a scene in there where the main copper, and again I can't remember his name, who was in head of the investigation, and he gets
I know
Donna
what you
De
mean.
Freitas, and he says, "Oh look, do you want to see this photo? The last photo of Tony Curran and Ian Bentham together," and he shows his picture.
Yeah.
Not them, and the other buddy, guy called Bobby Tanner,
That's it, yeah, Bobby
and
Tanner. Isn't he meant to be the biggest bad guy?
yeah, and
Yeah.
then Donna Freitas says, "There's a third person in this
There's a
picture,"
third person.
and he goes, What do you mean?" And she said, "Look in that mirror. There's an arm," and you look at it, you think, "Well, yeah, because there's a third person in it." It's like plain as day. It's like this massive arm in a
It's
mirror.
like a massive.
think,
It's like
what
takes
the
up a third of a screen.
Yeah, you think,
Yeah.
you're kidding, like all the police in all
Like
of
he's
the
the head of
offices
the
in all of the
police.
world have
Yeah.
not looked at this picture and thought, "Oh,
Yeah.
there's a mirror image there of the person that's taking the picture." You think,
Yeah.
"Oh my," yeah, like she's some sort of inch eye private eye super detective.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she just looked at a picture. You think,
Like
"Oh
that was
my
like a massively skillful moment for a
Yeah.
not just what a detective should have seen. In fact, kind of the bare minimum.
Yeah, but I think I was, well. Do you know what? I wasn't expecting much from this film because it's one of those films that I think it was directed by Chris Columbus, and as
What other things does he direct?
well as a filmmaker, he wrote Gremlins and The Goonies and Young Sherlock Holmes. So he's written some really great films. But when you look at those films, they are great films for children.
Yes.
There's no depth to them. There's just all plot.
Yes.
There's no characterization. There's nothing there. But
Yes.
they're good at what they do.
Yes.
But he's directed Adventures in Babysitting, Home Alone 2, Mrs. Doubtfire, which none of those are great films, are they? I mean, they're quite funny, but
they're
they're
staple films. Everybody's watched Mrs. Doubtfire. Everybody's watched Home Alone. But are they
Yeah.
like? Do people go? Oh, you have to watch this life-changing film. No, they don't.
And then he also, I think, probably his biggest films that he's directed, famously, is the two worst Harry Potter films, Harry Potter 1 and Harry Potter 2. Because
That's what me and Harley are watching at the minute. I'm making him watch Harry Potter, and I completely agree. I remember we watched the first one this week, and I didn't remember it being that bad. I watched it and I
Yeah.
thought, oh, I was like, they do get better.
yeah, because he's got no, he just sees a script and just films it. There's nothing behind it. There's no depth to it. There's no depth to
No.
any of the characters, and
No.
there's
I mean,
no.
Voldemort's in the back of that guy's head. There's so much he could have done with that, and instead it's just a face on the back
with
of his
like
head.
split personalities and did he want to
Yeah.
be there and things like that. You could have done all sorts of interesting
Yeah.
stuff with that, and with the Chamber of Secrets as well. There's all sorts of stuff in there, but everybody knows that the Harry Potter films didn't get good until 3.
Yeah.
And that's because of Christopher Columbus. So I wasn't expecting much from it, seeing
Yes.
him in there. But when you see the cast, you've got Helen Mirren, Ben Kingsley, Piers Brosnan, Celia Imrie,
Don't diss Piers. I can't even say his name for some reason.
Piers Brosnan. Well, actually, do you know what? I think he looked fantastic. In his
He
film.
looks fantastic.
He looks great.
I mean, like when I saw him, I was like you could watch Mamma Mia and then watch the Thursday Murder Club, and that man has like aged gracefully.
Absolutely, I agree. Jonathan Pryce, Richard E. Grant, David Tennant. There's some amazing actors and talent in this film,
Yeah.
and they're all wasted,
Yeah,
underused,
absolutely.
and absolutely wasted with a script that was, written for children by children.
Yes, I would agree. Like, when I saw all the famous actors and actresses, I mean, I was talking to somebody today about it because I was mentioning we were doing the podcast, and they said, oh, yeah, I watched it. I got 10 minutes in and had to turn it off. I saw all the actors and actresses and then just started watching it and just had to turn it off.
I got no interest in this at all.
Yeah.
Whatsoever. So disappointing. So again, it's one of those films where it's just lots of money, lots of people behind it that
Yeah, like the amount of money you've spent on them actors and actresses and then just like not utilised.
and nobody said no to them, and nobody said no to it being made, and just
True.
let's just make. It's very cynical. It's a very cynical film because they knew it would make money because it was a popular book series and Richard Osman's a popular character, and it's never going to be a flop because of what it's going to generate.
Well, the cast as well. You know, you've got people that like my generation know David Tennant and Pierce Brosnan. Your generation will know the others.
And, I mean, Pierce Brosnan, I mean, that accent, I don't know what it was. I don't know whether it was supposed to be a bit Irish, because if it was, then he's the worst person to do it. He's the worst Irishman doing an Irish accent. I don't know. But whether it was Cockney or what, I don't know. But and I don't know whether it was a choice to do it as a bad accent. Well, I don't know whether it was an acting choice.
Yeah, maybe we're seeing all of this wrong. Maybe this is the comedy in it, and maybe we just don't get that comedy.
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, there's not even anything to comment on the plot, is there? Do you know what I mean?
I'll tell you there is, and what made me more angry more than anything was that they go through it and then they find out the murderer of Tony Curran was this Polish guy, Bogdan.
Yes.
And he murdered him because he broke into his house to get his passport back, because actually Tony Curran and his business partner, Bobby Tanner, were trafficking people and stealing and taking their passports and making them work as slaves.
Oh, I know exactly what you're about to say about Helen Mirren's character.
He then went and tried to get his passport off. He broke into Tony Curran's house. Tony Curran attacked him, so he killed him in self-defense, essentially.
Yeah.
The person that killed David Tennant was a guy in Cooper's Chase, whose wife was a previous member of the Thursday Murder Club, but she's senile and she's in like a coma almost.
But
like
she was a murderer herself, wasn't she?
But she murdered this guy back in the 70s.
And that was in the graveyard.
And that body was in the graveyard. So then this guy didn't want the graveyard dug up. So to save his wife's embarrassment, he injected David Tennant with fentanyl and murdered him. So Helen Mirren, at the end, right, when it's all resolved and all the dust settles, Bobby Tanner, who is the head of this crime gang, who is trafficking people across Europe. Human trafficking, holding
taking
people...
Taking their passports. And
modern slavery gang
I was about
boss.
to say, literally modern slavery.
Gang boss. So who knows what else he's doing, whether it's prostitution, trafficking women, trafficking men.
Not only that, but you haven't mentioned the big part about it, which is that she just went... Carry on doing what you're doing. Yeah,
well, carry on doing it as long as you promise to sell Cooper's Chase to my mate's daughter, and not throw us out. And basically, I won't tell the popo. That's what you call him now, isn't it?
The popo.
Yeah.
No, I just called them that once, and you wet yourself at it.
Really?
I heard it.
Is it not a thing? Is it not a Generation Z thing?
I don't know if it's a thing or not. I don't know. I just called them the popo. I feel like somebody somewhere has said that.
Oh no! All right.
But
so
I can't
she said,
confirm.
So she said, "All right, we won't call the old Bill because if you just do this thing for us." So she's letting off this big time.
She's letting people get human trafficked so that she can stay at the care home that she wants to stay at.
Yeah, but then the other people who done a murder, she then basically forces him into doing a murder suicide with his wife.
Yeah, sometimes with films like that, you expect maybe a moral or something thrown in there because it's kind of kiddish, and you think, oh, maybe there'll be like A, a moral of the story, or B, a massive plot twist. But A, there was not a massive plot twist, and B, there wasn't a moral. That she just like her husband.
Yeah, so she
just
said,
kills
"Oh,
his
so you
wife
killed
who's
this guy,
in-
didn't you? To because your wife killed this guy, and this guy that she murdered was a guy who himself got away with murder. He'd obviously been brutalizing
Yeah, she
his
killed him because he'd been like killing and raping
well,
women.
yeah,
and
killing and
stuff.
raping people and being violent towards
Yeah, but because he was
his
a
wife.
guy, you know, yeah, he got
Yeah,
away
so
with
she
it.
killed him,
Got
and
it.
they buried him in a graveyard, and husband helped. So Helen Mirren kind of said, "Oh, we know that you did this," and then the guy says, "Well, oh, so what do we do now? You're gonna have to tell the old Bill." And and then she looks at the drawer with all the drugs in it. She says, "Well, you sort of know what to do, don't you?"
Yeah, and then he just
And then you think,
he
"Oh, well,
says,
actually, they'll probably just disappear or something, or they'll run away and hide." And then the next scene, they're like talking at his funeral, saying,
yeah,
"Oh, well, they had difficult decisions to make." I thought, "What the chuff?"
yeah, like literally. I don't know if a double suicide, well, a
It's a
murder and
murder
a suicide
suicide, yeah.
was the best option.
No.
I mean, like, I get it. Like, the guy doesn't want to go to prison, but I mean, no, it was just horrendous, wasn't it? I mean, what even could any moral be of that? It's just
Well, there wasn't, was it? It's completely
utter nonsense.
utter nonsense. So I would call that Generation Z loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely terrible.
And you know, I'd 110% agree with you on that.
Yeah, I'm just looking at all my notes, and there was even
Are
a
all your
scene.
notes just hate speech?
Yeah, just say it's all in red pen. There was even one bit where Helen Mirren, Elizabeth, is walking. She takes a late night walk, as if I can't remember why, but she's followed, isn't she, by a shadowy
yeah.
figure through the graveyard, and then she turns round. She thinks she's
Even
lost him.
I'd
She
forgot-
turns
yeah.
round, and he's there with a hood on, and he says, "Don't wake the dead," and then runs off. And you think,
Yeah.
who was that?
Yeah. And do you know what, even now, was it Bobby Tanner in the end?
Nobody knows.
No, it
But-
does. It still doesn't even make.
No, it
I mean, I
wasn't. It
suppose
wasn't
maybe he
anybody.
was sent by
Who?
Bobby Tanner. I don't know. But then, yeah, it doesn't make any sense, does it? If he was tailing her that closely, then it wouldn't have led her to him.
No, and then he ran off like he was a 20-year-old. So it wasn't anybody no folks. I mean, it was just an absolute what the.
He
why
could
is
have
that
been. He
even
just
there?
might have been doing a lot of fencing. He might be really fit, like 80-year-old.
in the centre parks for.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know. Anyway, terrible film. Anything more to add? Hey,
No.
right. Well, it's time for this.
It's Burger Stews, Burger Review. 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 It's Burger Stews.
He's eating a burger, and he marks it out of 5. Oh, hang on. He's eating a burger, and he's marking it out of 5. This week, I've gone controversial.
Controversial.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, and I'll tell you for why, me and a colleague were working in Manchester,
Manchester.
and we went out for a tea to
Yeah.
a Brewdog pub.
All right.
Yeah. And Brewdog we're not going to get into the whole controversies around it, but
Okay.
they're a bit of a controversial company because the
Yeah.
CEO is a controversial character.
Controversial. I was about to say that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So they haven't been viewed very positively recently. So I'm not going to
Yep.
get into all that. We're just going to focus on the burger they had.
Yeah. We're here for the burgers.
We're here for the burger. And actually, the night that we went in there, it was quiz night.
Was it?
Yeah, so me and my pal did the quiz.
Did you win?
Do you know what? We didn't win the quiz because once we started doing the quiz, we realised that we weren't very good at quizzes.
Yeah.
But we did win a bag of squashes.
Did you?
Yeah, because
The best sweets.
yeah. Well, we had to. we had to come up with a name, like a team name. So I said, "Oh, we should call ourselves the White Roses," because we were in Manchester,
Yeah.
and we're both from Leeds.
Yeah.
So I said, "Oh, we should call ourselves." And actually, do you know what? I've just realised we weren't in Manchester. We were in Cardiff.
Right. Slightly different.
Yeah, very different. A different country.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, kind of a whole different country.
Different country. But I said, "Oh, we should call ourselves the White Roses."
Yeah.
So we did that, and my handwriting's terrible. And when we handed out the test sheets, the quiz master, he kept on calling us Willy Roses. Willy Roses, it's your score. Willy Roses.
Holy Rose.
Yeah.
Would that even, yeah.
But there was one section of the quiz where, we do you know what? We didn't do bad in the quiz. We didn't come last. We were kind of mid-table respectability, I think. But we were nowhere near the winners. They were like pro quizzes. There were some really good teams in there and they did really well.
Yeah.
But there was one question in there where it was like a closest to the pin where it said, "Oh, how many runs are scored in a cricket 5-day or test series or something?" Which I don't even know what that means.
No.
It was just like a magic spell. So I just went, I don't know, 6,000? And we were
Yeah.
like, yeah, all right then. So we wrote that down and handed it in and we won.
Did you?
Yeah. And
That's impressive.
yeah, we got a bag of squashes for it. And then one of the other people from another team came up and went, "Oh, that was some good cricket knowledge." He said, because we came up with, we calculated it, we got 5,880. So how did you, so you did really well with that. You must know your cricket. I went, yeah. Well, if you know your cricket like I do, then
Yeah, tell it to my squashies.
tell it to my squash. Yeah, I said, yeah, what are you going to do about it? As I'm eating the squashes.
Yeah.
do you want these? I'm going to throw it. Oh, 6. Run over there. Throw it over there. Oh, it's past the boundary. Yeah, so we won a bag of squashes, so that was good. I was very dead proud of that. But the burger we had, do you know what? I can't remember what the burger was called. Oklahoma burger, I think it was.
Oklahoma burger.
Yeah, and it was okay. It wasn't great, but I would say Brewdog Oklahoma burger, 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Terrible.
But
That's
not
kind
terrible. And all the
we haven't
components
really-
were...
All components were there, but it was just...
Yeah, it should have been better. They were all there, but they didn't sort of meld together. They were all not great. And the bread was a bit... It should have been...
Bread can make or break a burger.
Yeah. Should have been better. But not bad. It was all right. It was not bad for whatever it was, Wednesday night tea. Quiz night tea. Perfectly
Quiz night
enjoyable.
tea.
Quiz night tea. Yeah, that's good, isn't it?
That's good.
Yeah. Right. You ready?
I am.
Test. Woo, woo, woo. Test. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, my voice went then. Even though
I
I've
had
been...
somebody ask me today whether you do these in real time or whether you sub them over, and I was like, no, the test is in real time.
Yeah, sing that real time.
Yeah.
And Prince songs. Do you know we've been recording for nearly 50 minutes? How do we do that about Thursday Murder Club?
I don't know.
Unbelievable.
I think mainly just trying not to talk about the Thursday Murder Club actually took us longer.
So this is going to be a Matrix style quiz, H.
Oh, great.
In the questions...
In that I don't know anything.
In questions 1, 2, 3 and 4, name the 4 members of the Thursday Murder Club.
Oh, for God's sake. Can I have Bobby Tanner? I mean, he's not a Thursday,
No,
but he's a
not.
character.
No, he's the main baddie.
Elliot.
Elliot?
No.
Who do you think Elliot is?
Uh,
Right, well, let's look at it methodically, H. The
Okay.
first character who was being shown around Cooper's Chase by a daughter in the beginning.
Joyce.
1.
1.
Helen Mirren, ex...
Oh, no, yeah.
Spy
what's
Master.
her name? Oh, my God. She is.
I'll give you a clue. She played the Queen.
I know she played the Queen, but
Yeah,
I
so
don't know
what's
how
the
that
Queen's?
helps.
So what's the Queen's name? You fool.
Oh, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
You fool.
That was a bit mean, wasn't it?
It was a bit.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll take that back.
Can I have a point for that?
No. Right, 2 for 2.
Right.
You got 2 more. Piers Brosnan, who does he play?
I thought he was like Elliot.
No, he was trade union boss, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Red, what? Red, it was alliterative. Red.
Rudolph?
Right, do you know what? Elizabeth Joyce.
Rudolph was a genuine guess as well. I don't know why I convinced myself it was a good guess.
No, it wasn't good. No, I just assumed that you'd given up.
Yeah, I kind of had, yeah.
Elizabeth, Joyce, Ron, and Ibrahim.
Ibrahim, I'd got confused with Elliot. I don't know why. I just knew it started with a vowel. It could have been anything, really.
And what snack did I eat whilst watching Thursday Murder Club?
When did you watch the Thursday Murder Club? Because we've had a few weeks to watch it in, so...
Yeah, I only watched it a few days ago.
Were you at home?
Yeah.
Evening? Morning?
It was in the evening.
Sweet or savoury?
Sweet.
And what food was it? Okay. Banana and custard.
No, I've been sucking on Halls. Menthol.
Oh, I've even been watching you eat them
Citrus
during this episode.
flavour, yeah.
The
Citrus
fact
mix.
that you eat holes for fun is wrong, by the way, and surely that costs you a lot of money.
Oh, they're really nice though, and they're clean, you know. It's right good. So that's good, isn't it? Well, you didn't get your pound and a drink, but
No,
you live to fight another day.
I do. Well, what?
You
In what
fool.
circumstance would I not live to fight another day during this quiz?
Well, one day that might be the penalty for not winning the
One
test.
day.
Yeah, so I mean, so far, if you're keeping score age, I've stopped
I just
saying.
get removed from the podcast.
I've stopped saying what number episode we're on at the beginning because I never remember what we are on.
This is 19, I do believe. Don't ask me why I know that, but
Yeah, so out of 19, H, you've only won one test. And yeah.
Yeah, but you do a stupid question at the end. I had a fair few fours at the beginning when I'd make notes about what we were watching.
Now you've lost interest.
No, I just watched them at 4 times speed.
Yeah. Well, I wish I'd have watched this at 4 times speed. It might have put a bit of life in it.
Possibly.
So anyway, H, I think we're all done.
Yeah.
Apart from what's your telly been?
Harry Potter 1 and 2.
Oh, really? Chris Columbus?
Columbus.
as if
Oh, Chris
as if
Columbus.
as if this week wasn't punishment enough.
And then Coronation Street. You know I love my Corrie.
Oh,
Nobody
no.
ever expects it from me, a young hairdresser, to be sat watching Corrie every week, but I do. And I love it. A character, right? So 2 characters entered the soap kind of 2 years ago with... it's a lesbian couple who have a daughter together, a biological daughter together. So one carried the daughter, one gave the egg, and that's how they've got their daughter. And they were both police detectives. One of them died in the line of duty 4 years ago. Anyway, it turns out she's just chuffing alive, and she's just rocked up back into their lives, and they think that she's been dead 4 years. So...
Why though?
We don't really know yet. She's saying because she was undercover, but I don't quite believe that for Corrie. I feel like there's something more in it. I feel like maybe she's on the wrong side of the law, not the right side of the law.
Maybe she's been...
Or
maybe she's been trapped under a 53.1 tog duvet.
Or maybe the Corrie writers run out of ideas.
Oh, you think?
I don't know, but no, it's been a I mean, obviously it's not a good storyline, but it's good for soap television.
Well, maybe they should get the Thursday Murder Club scriptwriters to write a script for them.
Get some Chris Columbus on there.
Yeah. Do you know the Thursday Murder Club was 2 hours long?
I know.
2
I got
hours.
halfway through and convinced myself. I was like, how could there be more film? You know, how can there be another hour to go? Surely there's only 20 minutes left.
Yeah.
What's your TV been?
We finished watching His Dark Materials, the BBC adaptation.
Yeah.
So that was just wonderful. I can watch that. And do you know what? I could start it again and just watch it again.
What is it generally about? And I don't mean I want you to read me all the books, but if you could summarise it?
It's a modern day retelling of Milton's Paradise Lost.
Which is what?
It's the story of the war in heaven and the fall of man.
Oh, so really simple stuff to understand then. Clear plot, yeah.
It's about humans being thrown out of the Garden of Eden and how that happens. Do you know what Paradise Lost is? It's an epic poem. John Milton wrote it, and it follows Satan just after they get thrown out of heaven, because there's a big war in heaven, and they're hurled headlong. It's got some beautiful language in it, H. They're hurled headlong into hell, into darkness, and they're hurled that hard that they're stupefied for like days on it. Anyway, I'm going to get into it too
And
much.
that's the start of episode 1.
Well, it is. Well, it's not in
All right, I'll stop.
His Dark Materials. It's much more subtle than that. But His Dark Materials is basically them getting thrown out of heaven and them thinking, right, well, what we're flipping going to do? And they get thrown out because they're all jealous of God's love of man, aren't they? So, of Adam and Eve. So they get thrown out, and then they're going to take their revenge, and they decide what to do. There's a big discussion between Lucifer and all the other angels that have been thrown out, all the other fallen angels.
Yeah.
And they decide that they're going to tempt Eve to eat from the fruit, the tree of knowledge, eat the apple from and then discover sin, and get thrown out of the Garden of Eden. And that's what it is. That's what it's all about. So it's told beautifully and acted beautifully. Ruth Wilson plays this character called Mrs. Coulter, Marissa Coulter, and she's in the books, she's such a complex character, and in this TV adaptation, it's almost better. Ruth Wilson plays her so beautifully and so amazingly, and it's one of those TV shows where everything excels.
Yes.
The writing, the direction,
You get a feeling from things, don't you? And
every
you
department
feel it.
has been on their top of their game.
Yeah.
With cinematography, art direction, editing.
Chuffing hell, are we sponsored by them or something?
It's just an absolute wondrous piece of art, and I urge anybody. It's the only thing I would say: turn off this podcast and go watch.
The only
If
thing
you're going to watch
acceptable.
one thing on telly,
I mean, you have
watch
said it
His
at the
Dark
end of the
Materials.
episode.
Yeah, I should have watched it. That should be front and center. So anyway, we finished watching that. Oh, and it gets you, pulls your heart right at the end. It's absolutely beautiful, full of complex characterization. Just everything about it is layered and beautiful. There's not a wasted minute in it, and it's each episode's like an hour long, and there must be 3
This
series.
explanation's been an hour long.
There's 24 hours of it, and there's not a wasted minute. It's like Succession. It's just a beautiful piece of art.
Fab.
Watch it.
But, yeah, sold.
Honestly, watch it and let me know what you think.
I might do.
Yeah. Anyway, so we finished watching that, and then I'm still reading
The books.
the books as well, going through those again.
What
ready
are we
for
doing next week?
Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands.
I think he's going to be the next
leading
episode.
up to Halloween, autumn vibes.
Yeah, defo. Yeah, so Edward
Johnny
Scissorhands, and
Depp.
then maybe The Exorcist. And then,
Nope.
all right, H. Well,
All right then.
let's call it. Yeah, let's call it there, shall we?
Yeah.
So, if anybody wants to get in touch with us, how do they do that, H?
They can email us on the mygenerationgap@gmail.com. They can message us on Instagram, mygenerationgap.
Instagram, yeah.
They can comment on a TikTok.
TikTok, yeah.
You forgot to do your TikTok thing. You always go TikTok.
All right, okay. No.
Well, I'm
TikTok.
lost now. I'm lost. And then,
TikTok.
or if you know us personally, just come speak to us.
Come speak to us. Yeah. I'm getting more involved in Nottingham Comedy Festival, so I've got our show, but I'm also involved in a number of panel shows as well. So a political brunch show. So if you're in Nottingham for that, come along on a Sunday afternoon, political brunch, and some comedy tapas shows where it's all a bunch of comedians doing the same thing. Yeah, so involved in quite a lot this festival. I'm right looking forward to it. So that's going to be
nice.
November.
And I have the salon now, which is up and running. So if you want to book in,
Get booked in.
get booked in.
All right, H. Night.
All
Love
right,
you.
Good night. Love you.